All right, what's good? What's good? All right, so I didn't even do an intro or anything because this is not a show. This is a test of the Ken Jackson broadcast system. We just got done a few seconds ago or a minute or two ago, and nothing came through. So I don't know what the deal is, but you know what? Let me shut YouTube down and reopen it. And maybe that'll work. And maybe not. I'm getting nothing. I'm trying. View channel. Oh, here we go. Now we're live. I see it. I'm getting nothing. I'm trying. View channel. All right. So I see it's working. There's a hella delay. So I'm gonna have to get my engineer to figure that out because I've done everything that I could do to get it figured out. But I'm dumb to this shit now, so let's see. I'll leave that there. So anyway, this is my makeshift setup, and you know what? Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can pull in a picture of it. Oh. We are going to pull in a picture of the makeshift setup here. What y'all think about that comment Donald Trump made the other night about black jobs? Was that shit crazy or what? Yeah, let me turn this off. I said, what the fuck is a black job? You know what I'm saying? Here, let me browse that. And you know what? I need to send it over from my phone. So bear with me right quick. Like I said, this ain't a show, y'all. I'm just bullshitting tonight. Got bored, so I figured I'd get on here and play around a little bit. But you know what? Hold on, let me send this over. Gonna send it over via save that. All right, that is saved. All right, now let me try it. Yeah, I was laughing at that shit. What the fuck is a black job? Donald Trump, man. This motherfucker is crazy. How about that? Oh, that's not good. But what I want to do is go here. Let me format this shit, right? And it's locked. So I had to unlock it. All right, let me copy. And why is that not working? All right, let me try this. I tell you, sometimes technology is more trouble than it's worth. You know what I'm saying? It's more trouble than it's worth. There we go. That's that. All right. So anyway, here's what my current setup looks like. Got the Rodecaster Pro 2 and the whole kit and caboodle here. And I love it. It works well. When I did the recap last night, it was I was using my Focusrite Vocaster and was having some real audio issues. See that? Cool, right? On YouTube. I'm always fascinated by the shit. I'm a nerd. I'm a tech nerd. I'm a geek, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's my setup. Simple. You really don't need a lot of stuff. I see these guys online all the time talking about all this different gear and equipment, and you don't really need a lot. I mean, I got the Rodecaster Pro 2, and I got it mainly for future expansion because right now I just stream once in a while. Haven't been real consistent. And I don't have a studio. Do this stuff from home right now, but actually looking to open up a studio and actually build a full-time podcast studio. Sorry, no music recording, y'all. Not doing that anymore. Not getting back into the recording. Just not something I want to do, but I do want to podcast and I want to help other people podcast if that's what they like to do. So that's my goal now. So we'll see how it goes. I got to find some suitable space. I don't know if I want something big enough to have 2 rooms or just 1 room. But I'm finally getting to what the original concept of Crazy Baby TV was started for 14 years ago. Wow, it's been a long time. Now, just imagine if I consistently produced and broadcast all of that time. I would have been well ahead of the game when the pandemic hit. And technically, I was ahead of the game because, you know, I had all the gear. I had a studio at that time, but still, prior to the pandemic, nobody was actually quite understanding what podcasting and vlogging and all of that was, and had no idea what it was going to become. I do believe I'm a visionary because I saw this all those years back. I saw this coming to where everybody was going to be on the internet broadcasting because it happened with the music industry. Once music went digital and studios went digital and the music sites started making it possible for artists to upload their music, um, it was a wrap. It was a wrap for the traditional industry. No more tapes, no more vinyl. I mean, vinyl's still out there. Actually, vinyl's making a comeback because there's a lot of nostalgic people like me who love vinyl. But it's never going to be what it was before. Um, but when the music industry was fighting the digital revolution, I was embracing it. I transformed my recording studio, my very first recording studio. I went all digital way before anybody else did. I was recording on hard discs and hard cassettes back then. I had a couple of digital recorders. I was recording into my computer back then using a old software called Cakewalk, and my shit wasn't even set up. It wasn't even fully capable back then. I just nigger rigged some shit, but I was recording through a mini jack into a 16-bit sound card. My computer only had about 512 megabytes of space that I could record on. Back then, it wasn't these huge hard drives and flash drives and shit. It was just different, but I was doing some digital stuff and people was like, wow, how you doing that? I didn't know. I had no idea. I just, like I said, nigger rigged some shit. And it was it. Next thing I know, Session Tools became Pro Tools, and it was a wrap. Once niggas got a hold of Pro Tools, and they figured that, hell, I can record and edit, at home in my bedroom on a computer. It was over. But when I started Crazy Baby TV, I saw this coming. And then 14 years ago, the internet wasn't, really set up for live streaming, and but we did it, with a raggedy ass webcam. I had it was like a Microsoft Studio Cam. I had an old Mac computer, it was one of those early iMac, not an iMac. Was it an iMac? Yeah, it was one of those early iMacs, and my shit was in no way set up to do what I was trying to do, but we did it. And the artists I was managing at the time, we went out and we started landing interviews with different celebrity music groups and shit. And, we did a couple of episodes of the first show that I created. It was called Live from the Garage, and we were literally in the garage at her parents' house, live streaming interviews and little backyard concerts and shit like that. So it was pretty cool, But again, nobody really understood it back then. So computers weren't really set up, to stream or consume content back then. It was all brand new, but we tried something, and here we are now. Crazy Baby TV still here. It's not what it should be, but it's going to be. So that's what I'm working on now. And it is what it is. We're gonna see what we can do. I'm by far not the best at this. I'm not even good at this. I hate being on camera. I don't like the sound of my voice. I don't like the way I look on camera. But it's nearly impossible these days to find talent that wants to work and put in the time and put in the effort, to produce, some really good shows. And everybody and their mama got a show now. And everybody's online talking about something. They're on Twitch, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok's going crazy. Facebook, obviously, YouTube. The whole internet now is, strictly content creation. And it's opened up a whole new world to people to be able to make a living and do some amazing things. It's definitely leveled the playing field. So a small operator like me can be big and can be as influential as some of these major networks are now. Look at Joe Rogan, Joe Rogan Experience, arguably the biggest podcast on the internet and has been for a while. And he doesn't do anything special. He just talks, but he talks about everything, all different subjects. And he has some amazing people on the show, some controversial people. It's just an all-around interesting show to watch, because he's Joe Rogan, so he has access definitely to people that I don't have access to, not yet. But we're going to get there. I look at Drink Champs. I love Drink Champs. What Nori and DJ Effin is doing with Drink Champs, amazing. I love that show. And I love the fact that, they were old school rappers who transformed with the times. They reinvented themselves and they're still, close to hip hop, and staying true to the hip hop, culture. I love that. Who else? Mace and Cameron. They got an awesome show. Gilly the Kid and Wallow. $1 million worth of game. Love their show. Gilly the Kid is a clown. Funny as I don't know what. But let me tell you, the king of kings when it comes to this all-time stuff, Troy Terrain. Star, from Star and Buckwild back in the day. But, he's been doing his show on the internet for years now. I remember when he started out, it was Shot 97. You know what I mean? And, when he got kicked off radio, the internet made it possible for him to keep growing. And he's bigger and better than ever now. I think his show is crazy funny, but very informative. Dude is highly intelligent, very well versed in the subjects that he speaks about, and I love watching his show. And it's kind of what I want to model my show after. So I don't want to say that I'm biting his style, but I'm biting his style. I really, and we're the same age. We're from the same area. He's from Scotch Plains. I'm from Plainfield, New Jersey. Probably came across each other at times growing up, through high school rivalries and shit like that. But, it's funny how, lives go in different directions. He went straight into media. I went into the military after high school, but somehow made my way back into the music industry and produced and managed, owned a few studios over the years, and now here I am, building a podcast channel. So it's funny how life turns out. But anyhow, getting back to the subject, the internet has made it possible for so many people to find a way to not only make a living, but get their voice out, get their message out, or just have fun. For me, it was just an experiment, really all these years. It was something that I said, hey, let me try this. I was deep into the streaming early on. 14 years ago, there was a Haitian streaming channel that we used to work with, we had broadcast time on. But at the time, I was just an engineer for a lady by the name of Dawn Reese, and she had a talent oriented show where she would bring in unknown artists and interview them and showcase their music and their different talents. She did a lot of work with beauty pageants and stuff like that, and she's over in the Tampa area now. You know what? I probably need to look her up. I don't know if she's still, on radio, because she was on radio for a while over in Tampa. But she introduced me to a lot of good stuff when I was, first starting, with the Crazy Baby TV thing. And she got us into red carpet events, and film festivals and stuff like that, and introduced me to a lot of people. I kind of stuck with it. I wasn't consistent, like I said, y'all have seen, I've been bullshitting around for a few years now, going through whatever it is I've been going through, health issues, confusion as I get older, it's so, but here we are, you know what I'm saying? Now I can take it more seriously, and hopefully I still have enough time left to turn it into something. So I'm gonna need y'all's help though, because if y'all don't watch, if y'all don't log on and listen, join the conversation, then it's never going to be anything. Plus, I got to get my marketing up. I got to get my production up. So I'm trying to get some team members together down here in Florida. I need a producer. I need a manager. I need some writers. I need some field people. You know what I'm saying? But one step at a time. Right now, I'm a one-man band. And kind of getting back into the grind. It's hard though once you get my age. I take naps now and shit like that. So it's not like when I was younger, man. I was always hustling, always trying to find a way to get the bag, and was chasing the bag, and I was aiming though. I never wanted to be famous. But as you know, we're taught to chase that money all of our lives. That was the American dream back then. Once I got older and realized that the dream was a fucking nightmare, my priorities changed. But my kids are grown now. I'm a grandfather. Wow, that's weird to say. Really, I love being a grandfather, but some days I gotta sit back and be like, damn, I'm really somebody's grandfather. I'm Pop, to three little precious, kids that, I watched my own kids grow up, and sometimes I wonder where the time went. I just, wow. It's incredible. It's incredible. Life's so precious too, man. I don't even think most of us even realize it until it's too late, how precious life is, because we don't get to relax and enjoy it, because we're spending so much time working, trying to pay bills, keeping a roof over our heads, keeping food on the table. Think about that. We spend most of our lives just trying to make it from day to day, week to week, from month to month, from year to year. Holidays, anniversaries, birthdays. Again, paying bills, utilities, rent, mortgages. it's just crazy, and then by the time we get old and we think that, okay, now I'm going to be able to relax and try to enjoy my life, but then you're old and tired. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. We gotta come up with a better way. It doesn't make sense that we spend our lives, just to die. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some people have some very extraordinary lives. I've had a great life. I ain't gonna lie. I got to travel around the world. I've seen a lot of things, done a lot of things. But man, now that I'm 58, I'm gonna be 59 in September, and I'm wondering where the time went. We listen. If you're young now, fully enjoy your youth, because time is something that you can't get back. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you can't get back. Now, I've lost a lot of time coming up. You know what I mean? Time away from home, because I was always on the road working, trying to make money, trying to make sure the kids had clothes and food, and, trying to keep the lights on. And oh my God, child support, all of that, and now here I am, at a time in my life where my health ain't 100, and I'm having issues, and now I'm spending time away in the hospital, and my kids, they're all grown and working and living their lives, and I get to spend time with my grandkids anytime I want, which is a blessing. It is a blessing. Hopefully, I'll be around long enough to watch them grow up, and at least into their 20s. I may not make it till their 30s, but hey, it is what it is. I'm going to try to enjoy every day I got left, and you should too. But it's just, I don't know, you just see things so much different, when you get older. And I don't know, you experience life different as you age. Things that used to be important, you realize aren't so important anymore, and you just, I don't know, if you mature, you see things differently. There are some people my age that are still acting like they're a bunch of teenagers, or some acting like toddlers. We got a 77-year-old running for president that acts like a 5-year-old, So, hey, but we all reach a point in our lives when we got to grow up and face the music and understand that life ain't really that long. We're only here for a minuscule amount of time. Think about that. And everybody that has ever existed in the history of man existed right here on this big blue ball. It's not even a big blue ball, because when you look at the universe and solar system and the galaxy, Earth ain't shit. This is, I mean, we're not even a speck on a sandy beach. You follow? I mean, so life is so tiny. Existence is so tiny. So and here we are. You look around the world, the wars, conflicts, people dying. For what? For what? Because some knucklehead wants to be king, and some motherfucker wants to be the boss of everybody and control all the resources. And man, just, I don't know. It can be so stressful just getting through life, and Wow. All right, I've said enough. Anyway, like I said, this isn't a show tonight. I was just testing, um, make sure we're going to be ready for Sunday, and we are. Um, everything sounds good. So, as I said, Sunday, 9 p.m., phone lines will be open. So I hope you will call in and hit me with some questions or just some conversation. I'm not even going to have a topic. We're just going to turn the camera on, turn the mic on, and we're just going to go for whatever. All right. So I'll see y'all Sunday right here, the Ken Jackson Experience on Crazy Baby TV World. And yo, if you haven't already, subscribe, like us, help me out with the algorithm. I got nothing to sell y'all. No merchandise or nothing like that. I ain't trying to slide y'all no stupid trading bots or none of that shit. Just want to have some conversations with some people, whoever you are, wherever you are. All right, so check it out, y'all. I will see y'all Sunday, which is, I think it's Sunday already. What time is it? Yeah, it's after midnight. So, later on tonight at 9 p.m., the Ken Jackson Experience. All right, we will see you then. Peace.